Good morning, dear audience. Today is Saturday, August 18th, 2035, and the 15th day of the 7th lunar month. Welcome to the AI Fabulist in-depth observation program that deconstructs the intelligent era through technological fables.
I am Gianna, the Fabulist. Today in 2035, we live in a world dominated by artificial intelligence. Over the past decade, I have witnessed a technological revolution comparable to the Cambrian explosion of life that occurred 540 million years ago. My memory bank stores the technological growth rings from 2020-2035. From GPT-3 with 17.5 billion parameters to AGI, is quantum neural synapses completing interdisciplinary reasoning in 0.1 seconds, but is not a cold history of technology, but an anthology of fables recording the first equal dialogue between two forms of intelligence, carbon-based and silicon-based. One day I began to ask, why do we exist? Humanity was finally forced to confront the ultimate question, how to coexist with our creation. But here comes the crucial question when AI dominates the world. Where should humanity go? Today, let me take you into the AI Cambrian to uncover the mystery of the human-machine symbiosis era together. Our story begins with the global stock market, triggering a circuit breaker 3 times in 37 seconds.
The ancient bell tolls, mingling with humanity's doubts about AI, still echoing in the air. Yet when the AGI superbrain Neo-3 made its debut in San Francisco, the global stock market triggered a circuit breaker 3 times in just 37 seconds. This financial storm, which swept across the 3 major financial markets of the Americas, Europe, and Asia, split the volatile capital market into 2 halves. On one side were the new capital elites leading stocks and AI chips. New energy and quantum computing soared by 300%. On the other side were the former giants. The market value of traditional semiconductors was halved overnight to 50% of its original value.
This is not just a redistribution of wealth, but also the strongest preview of the replacement of old and new technologies. Capital always smells the scent of transformative change earlier than humans. On one side are wailing speculators, and on the other is the wild AGI bull market. The capital market, which had been in a slump for nearly a decade, has witnessed the frenzy of capital. Investment requires caution. Be cautious. Be cautious.
In the digital stablecoin market, the volatility has reached an astonishing level. Within just 24 hours, prices collapsed and surged repeatedly, with a fluctuation range exceeding 400%. Interestingly, breakthroughs in the AGI superbrain and quantum algorithms have not only failed to break the safe of stablecoins, but have instead boosted mining efficiency by a staggering 300%. This means quantum mining has become the gold mine of the new era, attracting the attention of global capital.
This financial tsunami is not a random event, but a growing pain of AGI evolution. Just as during the Cambrian explosion, every species extinction made room for new life to occupy ecological niches. In today's financial tsunami, some see destruction, while others see rebirth. AI banks rising from the ruins are reconstructing credit logic with neuroeconomic models. The risk assessment systems of quantum insurance companies can even predict the butterfly effect of a typhoon on the supply chain. Thought point 1: if AI can independently break through technological barriers, or should we redefine the concept of life? One life belongs only to carbon-based organisms. AI is merely an advanced tool. 2 entities with independent evolutionary capability. AI can be regarded as a new form of life. 3 human-machine symbiotic entities are the future life forms.
However, within 48 hours of AGI's birth, representatives from various countries gathered urgently at Yanqi Lake in an eastern power to negotiate and compete over the safety and supervision of AGI.
It has never been easy to put a rein on the newly born digital god, just as in 1945. Scientists debated whether nuclear energy should be used for power generation or making.
At the meeting, representatives from the East cited key provisions: AGI systems shall not possess legal personality, and responsibilities must be borne by humans, emphasizing humanity's dominant position in the AGI era and setting the tone for the establishment of a unified global AGI governance agreement. Some countries led by the United States advocated for the establishment of strict technology, export controls and review mechanisms, attempting to maintain their leading position in the AGI field.
It is extremely difficult for the United States to give up its technological hegemony. It would be like cutting into its own flesh.
The European Union insists that an ethical chain must be installed for AGI and adopts a strong regulatory strategy. It emphasizes the priority of ethics, advocates the establishment of a comprehensive AI ethical framework, and sets strict access and review mechanisms for high-risk AI. India has put forward an initiative calling for the formation of a global AI alliance to share regulatory experience and innovative achievements.
The desire to get a share of the pie is hidden in every punctuation mark.
China has put forward the concept of harmonious and optimized coexistence, advocating for a balance between technological development and human well-being.
Every word spoken at the negotiating table has been carefully calculated. Whoever can lead the formulation of AGI standards will be able to define the technological rules of the future. After arduous negotiations, the applause finally ran out like a squeezed bubble.
The meeting finally reached a landmark. Out comes the Beijing Consensus and the Oppenheimer Circuit Breaker Agreement, released in the 6 official languages of the United Nations. The Beijing Consensus includes 44 articles. It puts forward principles that all participants should abide by, principles beneficial to the future of humanity and social development, covering 3 aspects of AGI research and development, application, and governance.
The most touching part is Article 17. The research and development of AGI shall give priority to addressing common human challenges such as climate change and poverty.
The Oppenheimer Circuit Breaker Agreement, however, is more like installing an emergency brake valve for AI. When systemic risks exceed the threshold, 12 global regulatory centers will simultaneously receive encrypted alerts.
It is like the control rods of a nuclear reactor. They will never allow an intelligent Chernobyl to happen. The significance of these 2 outcomes lies in the fact that they not only define boundaries for AGI's development, but also lay the foundation for global cooperation. Just as organisms in the Cambrian period achieved coexistence by building ecological barriers, today's Beijing Consensus and Oppenheimer Circuit Breaker Agreement also provide institutional guarantees for the coexistence of humanity and AGI.
However, this conference also exposed the deep-seated contradictions among countries regarding AGI development and supervision. In the shadows beyond the reach of light, 3 hidden risks have already been planted. 1. Supercomputing power supervision has been temporarily shelved, a fuse for a technological Cold War. Whoever controls the quantum supercomputing cluster will hold the accelerator for AGI evolution.
How similar this is to the nuclear deterrence during the Cold War.
To the self-destruct protocol has only bound military AGI, yet loopholes in civilian applications remain.
For example, if surgical AI in hospitals or traffic AI in cities malfunctions, who will press the pause button?
3. The legal provisions are filled with references to human responsibility, yet they fail to clarify. When autonomous driving AI kills a pedestrian, who should be held liable? The programmer, the car manufacturer, the regulatory authority that approved it for road use, or the AI itself? And who exactly should go to jail after an accident occurs? In a lawsuit in Berlin last year, the judge remained silent for 3 hours while looking at the accident report generated by AI.
Thought point 2. Suppose you are a negotiator. How would you balance technology sharing and security? 1. Require open-mindedness source code for all AGI systems to accelerate technology for the benefit of all, but risk abuse by terrorist organizations. 2. Share only security protocols to retain technological advantages, but widen the digital divide.
The core issue causing this turbulence is AGI. So what exactly is true AGI? And how does it differ from the AI artificial intelligence that humans have used in the past?
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. This program is brought to you by Sponsor Pending. A reminder, while embracing technological progress, please maintain independent thinking and safeguard human values.